Next up on the spreadsheet analysis, let's do the fish. So out of all of the animal mentions, there were 64 different mentions of fish, makes up 12% out of all of the different animals mentioned. So for the fish, out of the 64 animal mentions, there was 18 different species, which is the second lowest out of all of the different species, and only 7 out of those were totally unique. So that means that there is 39% of the species were unique and only mentioned once, whereas 61% of all of the species mentioned were repeated at least twice. As for top appearances, we actually have a tie for number 1 between the red-lipped batfish and the goblin shark, each with 11 appearances across all of the articles, which is quite a few appearances. In second, with 8 appearances, is the blobfish, which I feel is in the same boat as the axolotl, as it is a fairly well-known animal, and I think at this point in time almost everybody knows of the blobfish. It's pretty famous, so I think that it is overrepresented in the animals that you're supposed to not have heard about before. Following behind in third is the lamprey. I think this is well deserved. It has 5 appearances across all of the articles, and yeah, I'm willing to bet a lot of people haven't heard about the lamprey, and those who have wish they didn't. So it is in third place with 6 mentions. Coming in fourth with 5 mentions is the pacu, famous for its disturbingly human-like teeth. And coming in fifth with 4 mentions each, this one surprised me a little bit, the blue parrotfish. I don't think it's a very well-known animal, but also it's not, like, that strange. I feel like people are just like, yeah, alrighty, parrotfish. I didn't think that it would score so many places on the animals you've never heard of list. Like, I don't think a lot of people have heard about it, but I also don't think that it's, like, weird enough to have, like, scored this high, if you know what I mean. But regardless, it did come in 5th with a total of 4 different appearances. Now, another thing that I find strange is how underrepresented the deep sea fish are. Like, there are so many bonkers deep sea fish, and not very many of them were included. Like, the blobfish was included, even though I think that it's too overrepresented, and there was also an appearance from the barrel eye once, but other than that, there weren't that many deep sea fish. Like, the viperfish right here wasn't shown at all. And another fish that I honestly think should have placed higher than the goblin shark is the frilled shark, just because it's, again, very, very strange looking, and also recently just discovered to not be extinct. It was thought to be extinct for a while. But the frilled shark was only mentioned once out of all of the articles, and I do think that it deserved to be higher.